Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for October 24th, 2011. This is Patrick Ceresna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 to get a broader look on the what's going on in the marketplace. Over the last week, we had a very interesting set of price action as over and over again the bears tried to create a rollover in the market to create some sort of a consolidation. But each time the bulls came back and accumulated the stock, and suddenly we had a breakout to new highs. Really, at this stage, while we have the economic summit this weekend and subsequently an event risk as the market will get its first reactions on what the resolution of that is. But even if there is waves of selling, it really does look positive for the bulls. Overall, even though there's a risk of even $5 to $7 dollar pullback on the SPYs, more than likely that will emerge as a buying opportunity as it looks like the lows of the year are in. And so really it's just about trying to enter on pullbacks to find a very good risk-reward proposition to continue to participate in these markets. What will be very valuable and important information will be how the market behaves in the 125 to 127 zone, because if this is just and continues to be just simply a bounce off of the lows, then the 125 127 zone should contain the market for all its rally attempts. If the bulls for whatever reason by mid-November are able to exceed the 125 127 zone on the upside, it would be indications that the bear market in general is actually outright over, and that we would have to start looking at everything in a far more bullish light. Now, it's way too early to start looking for that scenario, but we certainly are going to be watching the price action up there and seeing how the bulls behave. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO, and the regional banks have now traded up towards the top end of the range at the 19.5 area, and look poised to attempt to break that on the upside. Regional banks definitely have room for on the upside if this level is broken. Any rally above the 1950 area opens the window for even $2 on the upside, as it may go to 21.50, 22 as it approaches all the overhead resistance levels that were put in from the June-July lows. Really at this stage that's quite possible. There's always room for pullbacks, but it does look like some sort of a short-term low is in on the regional banks. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE index, which is symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And while we certainly have seen some reversals on like Wynn Resorts as it reported its earnings, overall, though, the index has done a very good job holding up and has recovered very well off of its October 4th low. Really, at this stage, we fully anticipate all selling to be contained to the 113, 115 area, and more than likely selling will just simply be a buying opportunity. Now, the overhead resistance at 130 is formidable, and more than likely this index should have a hard time exceeding that unless the whole market becomes very bullish. So we'd be looking to see whether the spiders are breaking above that 125 127 to correspond with a break of the 130 level on this index. Next year, I want to take a look at the Home Builders Index, which is a symbol RUF. Now, home builders are actually a very interesting scenario. If the home builders here, they should find overhead resistance around the $7 area, but if all selling is subsequently contained above $6, then we probably may see a inverted head and shoulders pattern develop on the home builders to indicate the lows of the home builders for the year, and more than likely a buying opportunity for them. So we're going to be watching how the home builders continue to develop here, but it may actually be a nice positive reversal here over the next few weeks. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM. And while natural gas as a commodity continues to fight near its lows, there's been a very strong recovery in the natural gas stocks. Overall, there should be some significant overhead resistance coming up in this 115, 120 area. But again, so long as oil selling is actually contained above $100, doesn't have to even go down to 100, but so long as oil sell-offs are all contained, then it actually may be the bottom that we've seen now on natural gas index. Finally, I want to take a look at that ISE Mini FTSE 100 index, which is symbol UKX, and it continues to also behave bullishly. We now have some double bottoms put in at the 500 level. We've exceeded the neckline at the 540. This, in fact, is bullish now. Just like the S&P, there's going to be some significant overhead resistance, and we're approaching that in the 560, 565 level on the upside. And I believe that if the FTSE could exceed that high, it will probably correspond with the S&P trying to exceed the 127 level on the upside. If these all the global indices are able to achieve and break those overhead resistance levels, it would solidify that the bear market is over and that some sort of more significant and extended bullish price action in the market may actually develop. We'll continue to monitor that over the next few weeks as some valuable information will start to emerge. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.